Now, talking about abuse, this is what Queensland Liberal MP Garth Hamilton had to deal with at a polling station for the voice vote from a Yes supporter.
And he was a f***ing wife abuser and a child abuser. That's what he was, mate. A f***ing wife abuser and a child abuser. And while he was sailing around big noting himself, his f***ing wife was living on poverty. And his children. That's the f***ing British, my f***ing heritage. Oh, don't you f***ing start on me, mate. Don't you f***ing start on me, not today.
You put that up and show the love that's coming from these people.
Joining me is Garth Hamilton. Garth Hamilton, thanks for your time. What happened?
Look, I think we've got a great example of the tolerant left showing the division that this referendum's bringing on the Australian people. We had great support on the ground there, Andrew, for the No campaign, great volunteers turning out, people coming out to vote, to exercise their democratic right. And look, this gentleman decided, I guess, to show just how tolerant he was, make his views very clear to anyone who held a different view to him. In fact, the very presence of something challenging his mindset was too much. And I'm a big boy.
How much abuse are you getting?
I've had much worse thrown at me. Look, we're getting a fair bit of, I think, across the board, there's a bit of anger. There's people who are resentful, I think, being dragged through this, particularly people who've, I guess, had Anthony Albanese let them down on the Yes campaign, lead them on this wild goose chase that's going nowhere. But I think also amongst the broader Australian public, we're being dragged through a referendum that we don't want to go through. Dividing Australia on race. It's a terrible legacy, a terrible division, and that's exactly what the No campaign has been saying would happen, and I'm very sad to see it play out.
Well, for a thing that was supposed to bring Australians together, it's doing exactly the opposite, and even more so after October 14, believe you me. I'm struck also by the Australian Electoral Commission, Garth Hamilton. It says that these Yes campaign signs, which are in the official Electoral Commission's purple colour, its distinctive purple colour. What a big coincidence that is. It says it could confuse voters that it is from the Electoral Commission itself, so they should be pushed back from the entry to polling booths. But I'm told they're not being pushed back much at all. In fact, Craig Kelly, the former MP, has sent me photos of them not being pushed back at all. Should the Commission be tougher on this? Because this colour scheme does not seem to be an accident.
Look, I think they should be pretty tough on this. I remember not that long ago going through an election where integrity was the issue. I remember the Australian people speaking very strongly, responding very strongly in the last election on that issue. What we've got here is a case of the Yes campaign being deliberately deceptive. Now, the AEC hasn't changed their colours. There's no confusion. There's no coincidence here. They have absolutely chosen at the Yes campaign to adopt the AEC's colours. They've been caught out. They're being deceptive. A complete lack of integrity. And I'll just go on this one, Andrew, the hypocrisy of this. This is from the same people who want to bring you a bill about misinformation, are being deliberately deceptive and been caught being deliberately deceptive on this. So, I think this just speaks at the heart of it. They'll do whatever it takes. They'll do whatever it takes to push their agenda, Andrew, and I think we should throw the book at them.
Well, I think you nailed it right there. There is an argument, Garth Hamilton, from the Yes campaign that really disturbs me. It's something the Prime Minister keeps saying, if we don't vote for the voice, things won't change. They'll just be the same. I'm thinking, really? And it's exactly the same message that the Yes campaign's latest ad also picks up on, and that Noel Pearson also picked up on today. If we don't vote for the voice, nothing will change.
What if I told you that our infant mortality rate is twice as high as non-Indigenous babies? That they'll grow up half as likely to find employment and will face a life expectancy that's 8 years less than the rest of the country. A no vote means no progress.
There's no plan B. Mate, I've been at this for 30 years, working on these problems from the ground up, and I'm telling you that there is no plan B. No will be a disaster for all of us. We will all lose, including the No campaign.
Garth Hamilton, my point is this. If these bozos keep saying, well, if we vote against the Voice, everything's going to just be rubbish like it was under us before, every single leader who keeps saying that should resign, because if the Voice goes down, they will have no answers. They're asleep at the wheel. They're waiting for someone to tap them on the shoulder to do what needs doing. There's plenty of people doing that right now, plenty, including government agency. If they can't improve on their performance, then out they go, and they're saying it through their own mouths, so we can't do it.
Isn't it extraordinary, Andrew? I mean, if you're an MP and you're not already listening to your communities, you're not doing your job. And so that should be the first disqualifier here. But the second one, and look, to be honest, I don't take this too kindly. The suggestion that Australia hasn't been growing and improving and getting better and better every single year is one I find offensive. You know, we're a country that has absolutely pushed the boundaries of Western democracy. We've been a leader across the world. And there is no way you can look at the lives of people like Neville Bonner and suggest that there isn't a significant change in how Australia works and the relationships, the opportunities that are there for Indigenous Australians. And look, goodness me, if there's no better story, no better example of this than, Andrew, our Western democracy right now is being protected by an Aboriginal woman. If that doesn't say everything you need to know about our quality of opportunity, the openness, the freedom, how we're willing to support leaders, then I don't know what does. This is a great country, and I'm sick of the Yes campaign. I'm sick of Mr Albanese talking us down.
Yes, thank you for raising Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price. I mean, if there's someone who's in line to being the second female Prime Minister we've had and the first one with Aboriginal ancestry, it is her. Garth Hamilton, thank you so much indeed for your time.